Remember college? Ramen noodles for breakfast, keg stands at the frat house, and that one time you wore a toga to class? Sleep came easy and hangovers were the worst of our worries. We'll be digging through our college days when our knees didn't hurt and we could bend down to tie our own shoes without any help. Then we'll crash land back in reality, where you know your social calendar features more doctor's appointments than happy hours. This will be a hilarious, unflinching look at the journey from dorm room debauchery to derm filler diplomacy. We'll be chatting with friends whose stories are as legendary as they are relatable. We'll laugh, we'll cry, maybe even apply some face cream together. Getting older might come with many inconveniences, but it also comes with the wisdom, wit, and freedom to tell it like it is. This is Hot Flashbacks.
I don't want to be laying on a noodle with my breasts over the noodle with a drink in my hand in a pool.
That was me last weekend.
I just...
Welcome to Hot Flashbacks. I'm your host, Molly Ward, and I'm here today with my guest, Susan, and we are here to talk about really staying fit in your 30s and 40s. And I am not an expert, which is why I have to bring someone here to chat about this, because I'm the poster child probably for not staying fit in your 30s and 40s. Do you want to introduce yourself to our audience?
Well, I am... Well, I give the last name.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, well, I'm Susan Myers, 58, and kicking my ass in the gym every day.
Yeah. Thank you for telling how old you are. That's another thing we always chat about, just so people have some frame of reference. So tell us what you do for a living.
I am a personal trainer, and I also am an adjunct instructor for Weber State University in the PE department and first year experience program, brand new.
Do you like teaching?
Yes, I love teaching the students. I have a good time with one-on-one. I'm not a computer person.
You
at
also
all.
do, so personal training is one-on-one,
Yes.
right? So is it, do you like one-on-one instruction better or do you like classroom instruction
I love
better?
them both, actually. I've got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Because I have my personal training business, which is in homes, and then I've got my students at Weber State.
That's
So
awesome.
it's great. And I didn't start personal training until I was 46 years old after my very first bodybuilding show.
Wow.
I know.
Bodybuilding show. How did that go? Did you win?
I did place first in my age category.
I didn't know I knew famous people.
I know.
That's exciting. And that was you. How old were you when you did your first one?
46.
Okay. What motivated you to do that at that age?
Well, okay, so my husband and daughter and I, we had moved from Louisville, Kentucky to Las Vegas, and my daughter was in gymnastics, and I noticed this boot camp at her gymnastics studio, and I went, I got to do something with my health. Or I was always active, but not active. I mean, just not like bodybuilding. And I just went to boot camp from April 1st until December 15th. And the instructor said, does anybody want to bodybuild? And because I'd lost 10 pounds just by switching out foods, not by deleting calories. Mm-hmm. And before you know it, he hooked me up with a phenomenal personal trainer in Vegas, and started bodybuilding with her and got my ass kicked and started December 20th of that year. Now, the reason I know that date is because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was on a very strict diet.
Yeah.
And if I could make it through those 2 to 3 weeks of holiday,
Then
I
you
could
could
do
do
anything.
anything. Yeah. Yeah. And you did it.
I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I always wonder what gets people into things like bodybuilding, because I think of it as extreme. Not in a bad way, just in like there's going to the gym,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's bodybuilding, which is a whole nother level of fitness and passion required and dedication required. And often people don't get paid for those kinds of things, right? It's something you get paid if you win. Is that how that works?
Just got a cute little trophy.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Dang,
Got a
and
trophy.
your body. You got and that.
Yeah, I had a hot body.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
And at 46 years old, and I became an athlete at 46.
Wow.
I was always in sports, did a little bit thing, but then I became an athlete at age 46, and I've been an athlete ever since.
That's wild.
Yeah. So when I go
you
in to
can still do
train,
it. Yeah,
I'm an athlete.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I remember being in high school and thinking about like high school gym class and the kinds of things that we did there and the type of fitness that they teach you at a younger age. And when I went to college, I remember that I didn't really understand how to stay fit. I understood how to play a sport. I had been in a lot of sports. I had been on a team. I had enjoyed working out and lifting weights with friends, and I ran track and I played soccer and basketball, and I loved all of it. But when I got to college, it didn't have that team atmosphere anymore. I struggled to figure out what to do with myself and how to stay active. And also, I went to college in the early 2000s. I hope this isn't just me. I don't think people were working out at the gym the way that people do now. Like, I don't remember even seeing a fitness center or gym on our tour that wasn't just, a room in the basement of the dormitory with some weights. I don't remember. And now I think, one of the biggest selling factors for colleges and universities actually is two things. Their student union and their student center and their fitness center. Their student union kids are looking at what is there to do? What kind of fun can I have? What kind of food are they serving here? And then the fitness center. And it's a huge selling point. A lot of colleges and universities have invested a lot of money into having a new and upgraded fitness facility. If that was at my college, I missed it.
See, that was at mine, actually.
Yeah.
They did a phenomenal job. In fact, it was at Eastern Washington University in Cheney. And back in the 80s, I went to school 84 to 88. And we had a phenomenal complex. It was phenomenal, and a lot of colleges built off that because they couldn't believe this small Big Sky school had that. So I do remember a huge facility with racquetball courts. Pool was great, and the upstairs where you trained was wonderful.
So
yeah,
I feel like the facility at my university was for the athletes. I don't know that there was a big facility for just general population. Well, general, but it sounds like prison. a big facility in Gen Pop, but
some people think that.
Yeah, because at times I felt like it. So what would you recommend as an approach to fitness for folks who have maybe a similar path to me or didn't start really thinking about fitness and the gym until they were in their mid-20s or late 20s and are ready to get started? What would you recommend as some tips to get going?
Well, when I've got people coming in, when they come see me, you get older, you just have to have a commitment. So when you're in your 20s, you can bounce around and go work out. And 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 5 days a week, whatever. And then you hit your 30s and it's getting a little bit more difficult. Well, then you better shit or get off the pot. And that means get your ass in the gym by the time you're 40, because what do you want with the rest of your life? Because if you ain't working out, you're going to be crumpled over. You're going to grow old real quick. And after 40, you better think that after 50, if you see anybody over 50 in shape, they have committed themselves an hour at least a day to staying in shape.
This sounds very threatening.
So I do. I tell, and I'm eye to eye contact with them. So
yeah. So for a lot of folks, I think it's finding a way to get excited.
Yeah.
To develop a routine. Specifically, I think 30s are difficult because for a lot of folks, you're raising kids and having a family at that age. And so it can be difficult to find the time.
It is.
I know you work with a lot of clients, people who you train personally. What have you found is a good, successful way to find the time and carve the time out when you have a really busy life?
Well, what is busy? If you're busy, if you're sitting on your butt in the chair swiping on your phone, you ain't busy. If you're watching TV, you ain't busy. You have time. You have to have time management. And a lot of people have forgotten about that. So get up a little earlier. And I have people, I can't. Why not? Why can't you? Get up earlier. Get going. Do a 20-minute workout. You don't need to do an hour. You can do a 20-minute. But when you start feeling better, then you might go, oh my gosh, I can go a little bit longer. Yes, you've built a family, maybe. You've got your career, your family, and your kids. But your health comes number one, because without health, you don't have a quality family. You don't have a quality career because you're always sick, or you're always without energy, or something's always going on. So you got to start small.
Yeah, I think that is the biggest thing I've noticed when I have staff members is that I have some staff members that are sick a lot, right? They call out a lot. They got a lot of health issues. And then I have some staff members who I know are a little more active, and they seem to be, and I think, they seem to be doing better and not being sick as often. For me, it's been finding something that I like to do.
Absolutely.
And that changes over time. So I played roller derby for a long time, right? And I also did CrossFit at the time. And I really loved those things. But then I hit my mid-30s and all of a sudden I didn't like those things anymore. And so I started working out in a different way. I went to Orange Theory Fitness and participated in fitness classes. And I really liked that. Yeah. And I think that staying active is different than staying fit. And that's where, I want to get my 10,000 steps a day. I'm a busy person, but I know I need to lift weights more, especially for women. Can you talk about why it's important for women to lift weights?
Oh my gosh. Lifting weights for women. Research is showing, I've read enough, that it's preventing osteoporosis. The more you lift, and you don't have to lift 2 hours a day. You lift 3 times a week, 20 minutes to a half hour. Just lift. Full body, boom, done. Just lift. Staying active. If you were done with roller derby, you're done with roller derby. Then you move on. It was fun. You've got great memories and move on. I've switched out activities from time to time, and some activities I've kept for quite a while, and others I just said, I'm done with that for now. Lifting weights is huge because you can be on the treadmill for hours. Okay, that does not build muscle. I'll give you a program that'll build muscle. I'll kick your ass on the treadmill, but you have to lift weights. Lift for 20 minutes, get an overall body sweat, and then get out and move on with your life for the day.
I remember when HIIT workouts became popular, right?
Uh-huh.
High intensity interval training.
Yeah.
I love that because that's more my style in life is sort of like get in, do it really hard and get out. I don't want to run for 13 miles at a very slow pace, right?
Yeah.
I want to get in and get it done. And so when HIIT workouts started becoming more popular, I want to say, 2010, they kind of started coming out with all these videos. People were doing HIIT workouts at home. And I thought, this is way more my style, right? Work hard, work fast, and be done.
Yep.
And it turns out that I think that is actually really good for your body and good for your heart. How do you balance that hard, quick, really high intensity workout with some of these longer, you need to run a marathon types of workouts? What does it look like in terms of balance for women, or do you need to do both?
No, you don't. If you want to run a marathon, then you got to prepare. Then if that's what you truly want to do, then start preparing for it. If you're just going, I have no interest, then don't run a marathon. I have no interest.
Thank you for the excuse.
Yes.
I have zero interest in running a marathon.
I have no interest in slamming my ankles, knees, and hips in asphalt for 27 miles. But I'll kick my ass in a Spartan race and I'll go mountain biking, but not on asphalt. Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
If you love it, good.
Yeah.
Have fun. I'll root you on. But me, no.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good to me either. I wish I liked to run only because it feels like the kind of thing you could just do. I mean, it's when I think about traveling or I think about work or I think about all these other things that come into your life that can make it difficult. Running is, you just got to have the shoes. I mean, you can do it anywhere. And I love that idea.
Cheap.
And it's cheap.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I just hate running. I wish that I could
just run.
I know I don't. Don't worry. I am not forcing myself into that. It just doesn't work for me.
Nope, don't.
But is running truly a good way to lose weight?
Absolutely. Running is a great way to lose weight. Get a good pair of shoes, go to a store, go to the employees that know what they're doing, and let them put that shoe on. Now, if you are just starting out running, you're not going to go run 3 miles. That's where in 2 weeks you're going to be injured. You're going to go walk, run every other day, maybe 3 miles. Build up. It's like math class. You're not going to go from addition to geometry. You have to build math, and I hate math. I had to build to get into pre-algebra in my senior year. I tell my clients and my students, if you're doing something brand new, think of it as math class. Kindergartners start with numbers. They don't start from numbers to geometry. Start slow, build. And so you prevent injury and you stay, and it's fun. You got to have fun. And fun can be intense.
Yeah.
I love intense.
Yeah.
I have purpose. My whole day is purposeful. I work out for about an hour, and now I'm getting ready for a Spartan. It might be a little bit longer, but I work out for an hour. It's purposeful. I'm busy. And if that means I'm taking a frickin' nap during the day, I'm taking a frickin' nap during the day.
Yeah.
I love it.
I took a nap yesterday.
I love it.
I'm not a good napper. It's
drool comes out of my mouth, girl.
Really, you're out.
I'm out for 10 minutes. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, I'm not a very good napper. I can do a quick 20-minute type of nap.
Yeah.
And I feel that works best for me. Anything beyond that, and I'll be in bed all night. That's it. I'm done.
No, I'm at 10 minute.
Yeah.
And let's go.
And I feel like that is unique, or is a quality that people have when they work hard during the day.
Yeah.
Is that you can, I work hard during the day. I'm busy, I stay active, and then I can just take 20 minutes at 4 o'clock. And some people can't because they're not sleeping well enough at night and they're not doing enough during the day. I tell I tell our teenage daughter this all the time, like, you probably would sleep better if you did more,
Yes.
right?
Stay active during the day so you sleep better at night.
And you find that to be true for yourself as well?
Yes. In fact, because I'm 58, I'm in that lovely post-menopause shit, and I hate it. And I have been working on that crap, and it is crap, for quite a while. And so I'm finding ways to sleep at night, because if you don't get your sleep and you're not getting that REM, your whole day can be shot, or you're just forcing yourself to talk to people. You're forcing yourself to go to work. You're forcing yourself to eat. You don't want to do, you want to talk to people. You want to go to work. You want to have that juice during the day. So I'm finding right now, actually, I've been finding a really good way to go through postmenopause, because I'm going to be in it forever now. I mean, you don't get those hormones back, but I've got back on bioidentical HRT. Okay, because I was just trying to do it because I'm Susan Myers. I don't go through post-menopause. I'm an 80s gal.
What is HRT?
Hormone replacement therapy. So I try to do by myself for a year because I'm Susan. I'm not in menopause. I'm midnight. I graduated from high school just a few years ago.
Wait, how long does menopause last?
Forever.
Stop.
I'm not getting, my hormones aren't coming back up like their 20s. Once they're down, they're down. So you're in menopause, post-menopause forever. They don't all of a sudden miraculously at 70 years old pop back up.
So wait, okay.
Sorry.
No, I know. This is
Lolly.
I haven't talked to a lot of folks about menopause. I don't know that I've talked to my parents at all about it. So I'm curious. So is the implication there that like after that like you're going to be a different person? Like you're going to respond to things differently or be different because your hormones are at a different balance after menopause?
Yeah, your body, yes,
Whoa.
you are going to be a different person. So plan ahead and be very attuned of who you are, because I didn't really feel menopause, okay, until a couple of years ago, and I'm 58. Okay, I am in post, man. And she goes, yeah, your hormones are a little down. You want to try something? And then I finally went, yeah, I have no energy. And yet if you saw me, you'd go, are you serious? I said, yeah, I have to fake it. I'm faking my energy, faking to laugh, faking to like you. All right. Because I'm exhausted, and my sleep at night, I'm peeing constantly, whether I drink water or not, and you're not getting REM. Well, you ain't getting REM. That is a host of a lot of diseases in 10 to 20 years. Sleep is so important. So my doctor and I said, okay, I'll be on HRT. Well, last year I was on HRT. Well, then I went back off of it in January this year. I just want to see if it did work. It did work. But then I'm also losing vitamins, because this is fun too. This is fun because your digestion
really sounding like a blast.
is
I can't
fucked up
wait.
too. Your digestion. And so this is fun stuff.
Yeah.
I am very forward with this, because you got to go, okay, it's coming. It's going to be coming up. What can I do to be myself and still have that juice and feel good and sleep? So I have really done a lot of research. My daughter has helped me beyond belief. So actually, these past couple of weeks, I went to Prime IV, where you get vitamin bags. So I did a sprint triathlon a week and a half ago. I went in, and I can't take tablets of vitamins like capsules, because that binding material around the vitamin kills my stomach. I have to have vitamins, can't take them. When I go to this Prime IV, it's through the bloodstream, and they inject you with it. So I did this one bag for my triathlon. It's pre and post workout. Felt fantastic going through my triathlon, and then after. I didn't have that energy slump where I was laying on the couch all day. I was still out with my horses doing all this. And then last Friday, I took the vitamin, and my bag of stuff was B12s, magnesium, all this, okay? Felt a difference and felt good. And so now I'm putting HRT and my vitamins together, and I'm finally figuring it out. So who is ever listening out there, I've got kind of a solution without you taking years to figure this out.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be so complicated to get old. I know.
It's bullshit.
Well, and I was just thinking, perimenopause is not a thing I literally had ever heard of until like 4 weeks ago. And I just don't feel like it's fair that there's a stage before the shitty stage, like a shit stage before the shitty stage.
I guess there is.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was on Instagram or something last night, and because Instagram knows me, it comes up with, things that they think I might want to see. And apparently that as perimenopause. And it said, oh, here are some of the, whoever's posting, some of the symptoms or things you can look for that might mean you have perimenopause and you just didn't know. And there was like 20 of them. And I was like, geez, I mean, I could diagnose anybody with this, but also I'm diagnosing myself now. And so I wake up.
Google.
Yeah. So I wake up at 3:30 a.m. to pee.
Yeah.
As you said, this is what happens when you get old, right?
Yeah.
And I freak out because that was one of the symptoms of perimenopause is starting to wake up at 3 or 4 a.m. on a regular basis.
Yeah. No.
Why?
And I don't even get
understand.
this perimenopause, menopause, and post. It's like,
So
I don't know. And you always have all these people, these experts that know.
Yeah.
Okay, all I know is when you see these stupid commercials, oh, do you have hot flashes? Oh, yes. I think no, you don't get it. Hot flashes. But I'm telling you what, if you can maintain exercise, okay, maintain a great eating program, your diet is, and my diet is over 2,000 calories a day. I eat. Okay, but I eat super healthy because that does help menopause. My main purpose for menopause was to get that sleep because without sleep, the next day is shot almost and you have to fake everything.
So sleeping is the key.
Sleeping is key. So when I see students that aren't, so when students come and go, yeah, I'm not sleeping very well. And I go, you're young. You should be sleeping.
Yeah.
In your 20s, you should be sleeping because you live with your body. You can't go to the store, but Amazon's not going to bring you another body in the mail.
I tried that actually.
So
It was
you better.
it's inflatable though, so it's not,
Yummy.
That's it. So when we think about our 30s and 40s, a lot of women talk about metabolism changing.
My mother worked, and this was in the 80s. She walked for 25, 30 years when it wasn't even cool. She worked her job, got home at 5, didn't even sit down, put her clothes on because she noticed in her 40s she was starting to gain weight. She tried running, knees were on fire. She just went, screw this, I'm going to walk. So she walked. She goes, oh my God, I loved it. Walked for 30 years, walked every day. Got home. It was a choice. She could have sat home after her job, but she didn't. She put her workout clothes on. She lived around the Seattle-Tacoma area. It rains. Okay. She was out with her umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay. For 1 hour, 50 minutes a day. 50 minutes and kept the weight off.
The 50-minute thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have 50 minutes. So I feel like I'd rather work really hard for 25.
Get it after
right?
it then.
Yeah, and some people are more leisurely about the way they work out. Maybe it is walking for an hour and a half every day.
Yeah. But if you got 25 minutes, you've got everyone has 20 minutes. Get going.
Yeah. How do you think social media has influenced our perception of fitness?
Oh, it's horrendous. I have people that I look at at Instagram are personal training. I love what they say because you cannot build a booty in 6 weeks. Okay, you can build a great booty in a year to 2 years, depending on your genetics. But then these women, influencers, I call them, but you can build a booty in 6 weeks. Well, they went to go get a freaking BBL, and so I laugh at them and go, oh my God.
Wait, hold on. What? Oh, Brazilian butt lift.
Yeah,
that's a surgery or that's like an ointment? I thought it was like a lotion, like a
That is taking fat and then putting it in your butt. Don't you ever watch Botched?
No.
Oh my God. Oh, you have to watch Botched.
No, I can't. This is not the kind of TV I enjoy. Okay, so they're getting these butt lifts, but it's like not really doing the workout regimen.
They really aren't. There's a few. I hate the word influencer. There's a few. What do I want to say? Great trainers out there that really know that it takes time to build, but it's dedication and commitment. So
I don't have either of those things.
You do.
Except for to my dogs. They're so cute.
Love it.
I think it's hard. There are times when I feel very committed and dedicated, and it's just personal. It's not for anybody else. It's not because I'm trying to impress anyone. It's just I feel good about what I'm doing. And then there's been times where, especially as I got older and my body changed, the things I liked to do became harder to do or even painful to do. I've had some injuries over the year and I've had some surgeries. Like my shoulder, for instance, I had shoulder surgery and it took me a long time to recover. And I had my bicep tendon repaired and then I had my shoulder put back together and the recovery is brutal. And I didn't get back the range of motion that I had before, which made lifting weights above my head very challenging. but I really wanted to do it. You know, I wanted to be able to do that, and I just couldn't do it the same way with my left arm anymore. And so I had to make some changes to the way that I did some of those things. And my knees are another example. You know, I played sports a lot of my life, and my knees just don't take the same stuff they used to. I used to run, play roller derby. I fell on my knees a lot. I've gotten a lot of use out of my knees, but
Awesome.
can't do the same things I used to do.
Yeah.
And so I think finding new ways, right? There's not only one way
No.
to squat, right? There
No,
are different
tons
machines
of
there.
ways
Yeah.
to get those hips and legs strong. Oh my gosh, yeah. See, I mountain bike, which is very dangerous, and I'm not good at it, but I mountain bike with my women's MTB group. I'm the last one, but I don't care. I'm up there. And that's an activity that all my mind is on staying alive. It's not on anything else in life. It's
Yeah.
staying alive. Okay.
Being safe, making sure you don't hurt yourself. Yeah.
Love it. It's just refreshing. That's my therapist. Is mountain biking is my therapy. It's focusing on those rocks, the cliff, the snake, the cliff, that fucking cliff.
I mean, that sounds terrifying. Yeah, I don't
And
think
then
I could do it.
My
Yeah.
horse. And then when I get with my horse, I focus nothing on her. I mean, she's a fat 1,100-pound animal who can kill me.
Yeah.
I'm her leader. And when and she's a wonderful horse, and we train and we have fun. She's only 6 though, so she's got a little. She's a teenager. She's fun.
No, excuse me. Teenagers are not fun. We need to retract that statement.
She's a
Teenage
teenager.
horses, though, that does sound fun.
So if her ears go up and her head goes up within a split second, she's going to spin. And she has spun on me a couple of times. If I can catch her where she's telling me quicker, I can get her head down. We can do circles. But she spins. And if it isn't for my training in the gym, I would have fallen off lots of times. So after 40, if you're a woman who loves your activities, you have to be in the gym to make sure your joints, your tendons, your ligaments are compact, tightened up. Your ball and sockets in your hips are good and strong to handle your activities you enjoy.
Yeah. The older I get, the more I think I see why people have personal trainers. Not that I didn't ever see it before, right?
yeah.
But before I felt like I was in a physical position to just go to a class and listen and do. And did I do it perfectly? Probably not. But I felt well educated, informed, and comfortable. The older I get, the more I'm like, I need someone to come show me
Yeah.
exactly what I need to be doing, because I don't have time to waste, and I want to make sure I'm getting the most out of this experience, and I want to make sure I don't hurt myself.
Yeah.
As I get older, I'm more concerned with injuries.
Oh, me too.
Right, because recovery can take long, and it can take you out of things that you love, and
Yeah.
those things that you love are few and far between when you're working all the time.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons I didn't snowboard this year, was because I thought, I haven't hurt myself yet,
Okay.
and I don't want to. I chose not to snowboard because I didn't want to rip up a knee, and I didn't want to, break a leg.
Do you regret your choice for not?
Sometimes,
Okay, then.
yeah,
See,
sometimes I do.
See, that's what I say because I'm a snow skier. When I'd go skiing, so I'd get the cheap night skiing at Powder Mountain.
Yeah.
And I'd think, I'm tired. I go, will I regret not skiing on this beautiful night? Yes. I get my ass up there. And I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just by myself enjoying skiing. I hit 10 runs, boom, boom, boom. And then I'm done. I go, oh my gosh, that was so fantastic.
Yeah, I need that. Okay, so this is like not supposed to be a trick question, but so the big thing about fitness is people always tell you that you get these endorphins, right? From running, from skiing, from whatever, that when you're done, you're going to have these endorphins that make you feel good. But I know some people who say that that's not true, that does not happen to them, that they do not feel good working out and they do not feel good when they're done. Do you believe that?
Oh, I can believe that.
Yeah.
I really can. During my training, it is hard. I'm doing some weird stuff that adds to my weight training that is difficult. I don't like it I got to self-counsel, but it's phenomenal for me because when I go play, and I play hard, I love to play, my activities are easier. And that's when I get the high, is then when I'm in the car going home from skiing or paddleboarding, I'm just in this, I just smile because your health can be taken away in an instant. Your doctor can say, you have cancer, we have treatments by tomorrow. An accident, whatever. And so I always think, my dad died at age 61 from a massive heart attack. in Hong Kong, down and dead. I'm 58 years old. I look at my life and I have 3 years left to live. Oh my God, people are going to go, oh my God, morbid. No,
Yeah.
it's exciting because, when I was 51, I started thinking that, going, I got 10 years. My dad died at 61 back in 2000. What do I want to do right now? Own a horse. That popped up. I'd been taking lessons. I love them. I love that energy that they give me, which is a horse knows your heart rate within 4 feet. So if you don't bring yourself down,
So you can feel if you're worked up, if you're stressed, if you're anxious.
and it gets stress them. And so the horse, just the therapy of a horse. And so I bring myself down and I just went, I'm going to buy a horse. So I thought of what I always wanted. Literally, if a doctor says, you have everyone in the universe has 30 days to live. Some people know now, most of us don't. Thank goodness. But I would literally go 30 days. I don't care about Italy. I don't care about Spain. I don't care about traveling the world. I got a horse I love. I've got a family that is quirky, fantastic. We live in Ogden. I'm mountain biking with phenomenal women. I'm going to be paddleboarding here pretty quick. Wow. Instead of working 14-hour days, busting your ass just for a 2-week vacation, I bust my ass so I play it. I have mini vacations every day. So I bust my ass to work and then I go play a little bit and stuff. And that's what I do.
Balance.
I have balance,
Yeah.
but I look at going, if I die at 61, I pray it's a massive heart attack. My mom died of dementia and Parkinson's, but my dad, he died happy. He had love from his kids, love from his grandkids, died on vacation with my mom, his wife, of 40 some odd years. Didn't know he was dying, boom, down dead. And there's, that's how you really want to kind of go.
Yeah, no, you're right. And so you live your life in sort of this idea that
I do.
anything
And my
past
brother
this
does
is
too.
borrowed time. You're doing the most you can do with the time that you have.
And I've got my health. If
Yeah.
you've got your health,
Yeah.
you've got the world by the balls.
yeah.
You really do.
Yeah. When I think about going to the gym and I think about working out and I think about social media, a lot has changed in the way we present fitness and the way we talk about it and lead with it. And I think that a lot has changed in 20 years, right? I
huge.
mean, in terms of how we think about fitness, because I think there was a time when I felt like people who worked out, who would, went to the gym and lifted weights were of the minority. And now I feel like that's really flipped. I think most people talk about fitness, talk about working out, and we've come to understand that is really key to living a long and hopefully, not having any illnesses and living a long life. Going to the gym for me feels, I feel like I'm being judged. I think a lot of people struggle with having other people watch them work out, with feeling like maybe they don't know what they're doing. What are some things that people can do to gain a little confidence in themselves to be able to go to the gym and lift some weights or get on the Stairmaster and do what they need to do? What are some things that you would advise people to maybe think about or work on so that they can have that kind of confidence to go do what they need to do and not worry about what other people are thinking? Because I'd love to say I don't worry about what other people think, but we all do. And sometimes it can be the reason you don't go do something or the reason you don't wear the shirt that you think is cool that you realize nobody else is going to like and you're going to feel stupid. So how do you get to the gym?
First of all, I'm so glad I'm my age because I don't give a flying fuck. Okay.
I know. And I feel like I've gotten better.
Love it.
But, in my 20s, I cared a lot.
Oh, in your 20s, I judge the women who are showing their tits off in the gym.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I do.
So
Put
that's
the
your like
tits
gym
back.
peeve. Your
Yeah,
gym
just put them back.
pet peeve.
Put 'em away. I know what you're doing. You look pathetic. And when you're trying to do if you're doing a straight-legged deadlift in these little ruching
You're
leggings,
hanging out.
You're hanging out on both ends.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. Okay, just come to the gym and work out. You have to edit that part.
It's okay. When I would go to these fitness classes, I think the hardest part for me was that, besides the workout, I noticed that I just show up in like whatever I have to wear. And I don't have like matchy stuff. I don't have expensive stuff. I don't particularly look good. Sometimes I'm just wearing a shirt that maybe like I dye my hair in or I paint in. But I remember times when I was intimidated by the women who came in their matching outfits and their Lululemon with their fancy. And I thought to myself, I don't know why I'm concerned about that right now. I really shouldn't be, but I want to feel like I fit. And I think sometimes it's
You do
about
fit.
finding the gym where you fit or finding
Yes.
people you fit with, where you feel accepted and comfortable.
Yeah.
And working at, I have a lot of friends who work out at colleges and universities because we work there. And when you work there, you get to go to the gym for free. It's a big perk. But a lot of folks can be intimidated by having to work out amongst 20-year-olds who probably look the best they're ever going to look.
Oh, hey, I think that's my gosh, the track athletes are phenomenal. I'll watch and just go, oh, I like what she's doing, or to have legs like that. I mean, I just kind of go, yeah, that is cool. And then I say, yeah, you wait till you're 40, 50. You're going to, yeah.
So you think that could be a motivator? Like,
I love seeing the track athletes. Yeah, I do. I love seeing everyone in there. When my students come in to my orientation, I said, I'm glad you kids are here. Number one, consider yourselves athletes. And because you walked into the gym. You're not regular people, you're athletes. I'm an athlete. I train hard and I train. I don't work out, I train. Regular people work out. Athletes trained. And I'm an athlete who trains. So when I go in, I have a different mind frame. When I go in, it is time to work out.
Yeah.
You've got to have that mind frame of, oh, I am an athlete. All right. I'm badass. I'm going to train.
Yeah, training does sound kind of...
Training's awesome. Training is. Oh, God, yeah, I love it. I'm training. For what? Tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Training.
And I think setting goals for things to train for can be really helpful for some folks. Maybe you've never done anything really and you're going to run a 5K. It gives you a reason to get there. I think motivation can be hard to come by for some folks, and for other folks, it comes a lot more naturally. I do this whole lesson, I guess is the right word, with my students, where I talk to them about the different kinds of motivation you can experience in your life. And you experience different types of motivation with different things. And so you can be intrinsically motivated to be successful in the gym, and that kind of motivation comes from within. And for some folks, it's only extrinsic. And that means I need someone to tell me, hey, you go to the gym 10 times in the next 14 days, and I'm going to give you $20. Like, cool. That's the kind of motivation that I need to get to the gym, right? Everybody's motivation level is different. And so I think finding ways to be motivated, if it doesn't come from within, not everybody is fired up about working out or being healthy. There are things you can do, and there are people you can have in your life that are going to help. And maybe over time that comes to you, right?
Athletes. Look what the athletes, they're not there by themselves. They're being coached.
Yeah,
they have company.
Yeah.
So when I have some former athletes, I go, oh, I haven't, boy, I used to train, I used to be in this sport for Weber State. And I said, you're a regular person. Yeah. Welcome. It's rough, isn't it? They go, yeah. So that's okay. And I'll tell students and my clients, it's okay to go. Because athletes have their coaches, they have their trainers, they've got their physical therapists, they have them. They've got to meet at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock or 2 o'clock. They have to be there. They've got coaches. And so as a regular person, yeah, it is difficult. It is difficult to get there on your own at times. And especially when you're being pulled. And you could be a college athlete. You could be a 30-year-old athlete that's still is in a master's swim club. That's what a lot of older people, they're in master's groups, master's Spartan racers, master's swim club, the blonde runner triathletes of Utah, all ages, they're in a club.
I didn't know.
And they were getting coached.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm a perfectionist in the sense that it's not always a great quality. But if I have a coach or if I have someone leading me, I want to be really good.
But what do you think athletes are getting lit?
Right.
They're an athlete?
That was one of the things I loved about Orange Theory was I had a coach there. They were coaching all of us at the same time.
Yep.
I'm motivated by not wanting to be that person. Like, nope, that girl's doing that. I can do one more than that. That's the way that and everybody's motivated differently.
Yeah.
Competition motivation. I want to win. I want to be better than the person next to me.
Cool.
And so having a coach in that situation helps me. I am not good at just going to the gym and palling around by myself. I have ADD. I get distracted. I don't finish anything. Being with someone makes a big difference. And having a goal makes a big difference. I think that's why when you're an athlete, you always have a goal. It's the next game.
You have a game. Yeah.
Right.
You're preparing for your race.
Yeah.
Your competition. A regular person just goes in the gym. That's why I tell kids, find your race, because that's going to motivate you to get in the gym. It's a great motivator. You're an athlete. Yeah.
We talked about some pretty morbid things today, though. I mean, I talked about death, and we talked about
death is 100%.
I know.
I hate it too.
I think it's appropriate for us to end on maybe something light. So tell me the funniest thing you have ever seen someone do in the gym with the intention probably of like working hard or doing something, but really just like fucking it up?
Oh my God, I love seeing the dudes. Okay. So these older dudes that are on steroids because their skin is red.
Oh, is that like a telltale?
It kind of is.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you're 50, you're not going to have guns like a 20-year-old unless you're on steroids. I'm sorry. There's not enough meat you're going to eat.
So all of their skin is red, or just their face?
A lot of it's red.
Okay.
It's hysterical, and they can barely walk, and they're just doing chest press, and then they get on the leg machine, and they've got like 5,000 pounds on there, and they're just going 2 inches up, down, up, down, up, down, down, and I'm just laughing my ass off, going, "What the fuck?"
Better doing something than nothing. I mean, I guess you could hurt yourself, but at least
But you're not building.
No, true.
See, I'm there to build.
Yeah.
I'm there to improve. And that could be, oh God, that could be physically or mentally. If you just go, I know women that just go, I'm on it because I'm gonna talk to my girlfriend, clear my mind. And I go, then that's what you want to do. But if you want to it depends. Where do you want to be? All I want to do is talk to my girlfriend after work. I said, then great, then walk and talk. But if you want to build muscle, if you want to make a physical improvement and kick your butt, no talking or go have a donut. It is time to train, because athletes during their training aren't talking while they're sprinting and running or lifting. They're doing it so they can get better, stronger, and faster. But if you use the gym as a social where you just go, my work I hate, I need my girlfriend there.
A bit of exercise.
Get after it.
Yeah, and I think the right thing is to say, what do I need out of this, and it's going to be different for everybody. And thinking about how you can get what you need out of your time. And for some folks, it's about growing muscle, but my muscles are really big as it is, and I can't afford to be growing any more muscles. So mine's just about chatting. My dog actually has the best muscles. Yeah, he's like super fit, and he doesn't work out at all. So
my horse has the best glutes.
Yeah, how? I mean, my dog's just sleeping. You see him, and he's got like the best glutes and the best abs in the world, and he does nothing all day.
And he's got the best face.
I know,
it's cute.
It's kind of body I need. Well, I appreciate you being willing to chat today and really sharing some of your perspective and also some of your experiences, and just a whole lot more about this stuff than I do. What I do know is that I am in an age group where people are struggling to find their place in the fitness world, right? How do I get myself to the gym, take care of my kids, take care of my pets, take care of myself, and balance that? And it's good. It feels good to know that if you got 20 minutes, then you can make a difference, right? It's about how hard you work, what you're doing in that 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
And so finding time to do that is going to be really important. And I don't want to spend the rest of my life sick, because listen, I'm saving for retirement, and I'm not saving for retirement so that I can spend it at the hospital.
Right.
I'm saving for retirement because my ass wants to go do the things someday when I have the time, and I want to be healthy enough to do that.
See, I think, the Ironman, I think the oldest person who finished the Ironman under time was a 74-year-old woman. Ironman. And that I never want to do an Ironman, but that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
And that's like, that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sitting. No, I don't want to be laying on a noodle with my breasts over the noodle with a drink in my hand in a pool.
That was me last weekend.
I just, I don't have breasts to go over a noodle. I don't want breasts to go over a noodle. I just go, oh my God. And they're waddling into the pool. I don't want to waddle. I want to jump in.
Waddling also comes with another thing no one wants to talk about: chafing.
Ooh, but chafing, I guess, is brutal.
Nobody wants their skin rubbing against their skin.
No.
This is taking a real left turn here.
Oh, that's all right. We can talk chafing, we can talk pooping, we can talk anything.
Chafing's for another day. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your time. And this is Hot Flashbacks. We're out.
Want more? We're on all the major podcasting platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Just search for Hot Flashbacks and subscribe.